Hey, everybody, what's going on? It's Pastor Rusty in a hat and glasses, hanging out with all of our friends. How cool is that? Why all of our friends? Somebody's peeking in over here. Oh, somebody fell down. Hey, why are you all here? It's because we're learning about Noah's Ark and all the animals that were on there with Noah. How cool! Miss Beth has a wonderful, awesome, amazing lesson that she's going to share with us, and how cool it is that we are learning about what God did with this huge boat, with this great guy named Noah and his family, and all these animals. And do you know what? There's even a song. Yes! You want to sing? I think it's awesome to sing and have fun. You all want to sing? Guys and girls, y'all want to sing? Alright, the song is called the Arky Arky song. Some people call it Rise and Shine, but I like Arky Arky. So we're going to go with Arky Arky. Okay, you ready? It goes like this. Here we go. The Lord told Noah to build him an Arky Arky. Lord told Noah to build him an Arky Arky. Make it out of hickory, barky children of the Lord. The animals, they came in by twosies, animals. They came in by twosies, elephants and kangaroos, children of the Lord. Guess what happened next? It rained for 40 nights and daisies, rained for 40 nights and daisies, drove for Noah. Crazy children of the Lord. The sun came out and dried up the landy, sun came out and dried up the landy, everything was fine and dandy, children of the Lord. Here we go! So rise and shine and give God the glory, rise and shine and give God the glory, rise and shine and give the glory, children of the Lord, children of the Lord, children of the Lord. See ya.
Hey there. This is God here. I'm glad you're here because I wanted to have a chat with you. I want to see how things are going. You know, from what I can see up here, I don't think things are going all that great. There's a lot of people getting sick, and I don't just mean in your church or your school or your neighborhood. I mean all over the world. But you know what? I think you're learning. You're learning you got to keep your distance. You got to wash your hands. You got to be safe. You got to learn to take care of everybody. You're learning. So you know what? I think it's going to be okay. So I got to thinking, you know what? There's a story that happened. And I'm going to say about 3,500 years ago. There was a lot of chaos in the world. People weren't getting along. They were fighting. They were sinning. Well, you know, I don't like sinning. That's one of my pet peeves. And so I think they need to get in trouble for that. So here's what I did. I say, God, what should I do? So I said, you know what? I'm going to pick somebody, one of my favorite people on this earth. I'm going to pick Noah. And he's one of my favorite people because he's faithful. He prays to me all the time. And he tries to be good. Now I know it's kind of hard to be good, but as long as you keep trying, that's good in my book. And so I chose Noah and I told him that he needed to build an ark. I mean one of these big old boats, and I guarantee you it's bigger than anything you've ever seen in the Cooper River. And so I said, Noah, on this boat you got to bring 2 of every animal that walks on this earth. Now we don't have to worry about the animals in the water or the ones in the air. And I said, once you bring those animals on, something's going to happen. And he says, well, God, what's going to happen? So I say, Noah, I'm going to make it rain. And you know what? It's going to rain more than any of those hurricanes that you've ever seen. And you know what? It's going to rain for 40 days and 40 nights. And so after that, I think we're just going to start fresh. We're just going to wipe the slate clean, and we're going to say, all right, let's give it another go. So I think I'm going to let Noah tell you the rest of the story. It was nice chatting with you, and I hope to see you soon.
So God had a little conversation with me. Told me I had to build this big old ark. Well, we did that, and you know what? It started raining just like he said. So now, God, you mean I gotta go through 40 days of this rain on this ark? All those animals and people are already starting to drive me crazy. So what's gonna happen after the 40 days? A rainbow, bird, and a branch? Okay. Alright, I'll be on the lookout for that, but boy, I sure hope this time passes by really fast. Hey there. So we've been on this ark for a couple of months now. It finally stopped raining, but we hadn't seen any land yet. So I thought I should send out a dove and see if it could find me some land and trees. And well, you know what? It did. It brought me back this olive branch. So we made land a few months later, and the first thing I did when I got off that ark was I prayed to God, I worshiped Him, and I thanked Him for choosing me. So then God spoke to me, and He said, Noah, I'm going to make a covenant with you. Now, you know, a covenant's like a promise. And when you make a promise, you got to keep it. So He promised He would never, ever flood the earth again. And as a sign of that promise, He sent a rainbow. Now, rainbows are real pretty, you know that. So God said a rainbow would appear every time after a storm, and we should remember that. Well, I want to thank you for listening to our story, and next stay tuned for another version of this tale. So God bless you, and peace be with you.
Hi, for today's craft, we're going to make a Noah's Ark. You're going to need 2 paper plates, a variety of colors from magic markers, crayons, or colored pencils, a pair of scissors, and either a stapler or some tape. First, start with your paper plate and your magic markers. And you're going to draw a brown or a black line halfway across the paper. And you're going to draw a few more lines. This is going to be the bottom of your boat. If you want to, you can add lines to make it look like planks. And then you can color them in if you want to. Maybe add some nails if you want to make them look like they're anchored down. Once you finish that, I'll jump ahead. I've added a few more lines to mine. You can fill it in, or you can color the whole thing brown if you want to. After that, you're going to start your rainbow. I've already added a few colors to mine. And I had to work backwards. So I've started with the violet, the blue, the green, the yellow. Now I'm going to add some orange and then some red. Once you've finished your rainbow, you're going to need to add some people. Add some of the family that was on the ship or the ark. And the best way you want to draw them is fine with me. And what brought the good news to Noah? It was a dove, right? And of course, all the animals traveled in twos. And the dove had the olive branch, right? And then I want you to pick some of your favorite animals and draw them in. I happen to like cats. So I know there were some cats aboard. And of course, there had to be 2 of them, right? And so finish with your animals. And then when you're done, you're going to take the second paper plate and you're going to fold it toward the inside until you get a crease. Then you're going to take it and put it inside your already colored one. Line the lines up, and you're going to staple it or tape it at the end of the rainbow. 1, 2. And then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut a little line at the bottom. This is going to help it stand up. Separate the two, and there you have your Noah's Ark.